again, in the spirit of trying to keep this to the essentials, I propose an amendment that we say the committee shall have no less than 3 members. It will oversee planning and land use issues related to Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council. Well, I wouldn't even want to limit it to that because we could have citywide issues we're working on. Oversee planning and land use issues. Period.
Strike everything else. Eric, you accept that?
Well, it's an amendment, so
I'm sorry.
Take a second. Okay.
Could you reread the amendment, Jared?
The amendment would replace the language with, the committee shall have no less than 3 members. It will oversee planning and land use issues, period. Okay, Mr. Kuzmin accepts.
I like it, it's simple.
So,
It's simple.
it's short, it's sweet, it says it. All right, any other discussion? Any discussion from the board? Ross did. By acclamation, anyone opposed? Not seeing any. Okay, so the new language is the committee shall have no less than 3 members that will oversee planning and land use issues. And Eric, I'll turn it to you for the motion.
All in favor of the amendment?
I already did the amendment. The
Did we
motion
vote?
as amended.
The motion as amended, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Seeing none, motion passes. Okay, budget committee, the committee should have no less than 3 board members. I gather you want to erase board members. It will keep the board informed on the accounts, advocates for our budget, and to the Dunn and the LA City Council. Anybody want to make any more adjustments other than striking the word board?
If it's appropriate to have board members, I don't see.
Think about, yeah, because what happens is all of a sudden you have all these committees with no board members on them.
Well, you can't. Our bylaws require a board member to be the chair.
A board member.
Yeah.
That means that a lot of board members won't be doing anything.
Eric? The president basically nominates the committee members and where you discuss it and then moves on. I can't imagine any president's organization not expecting and in fact getting board members to participate. So, and
Well, if it ain't in the language, it ain't there. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. All we were looking for was language, so we got it. Okay. Anything else? Any stakeholder comments?
Yes, I'm a little confused about the budget committee. Is this budget committee supposed to work on the neighborhood council budget? So when the year comes up and we have to deal with how we're going to spend our $37,000, or is this committee specifically the advocates for the city budget? I'm just a little confused because that's like.
Yeah. Instead of our, put Granada Hills South. So, let's see. Budget to the Dunn and LA City Council. Okay. And,
So it is for the council then?
yeah. Okay, all in favor of the amendment, say aye.
The motion.
Well, the amended motion, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Abstentions? None passed. Education Committee. Language, this committee shall have no less than 3 members. It shall keep the council abreast of the health and safety of our area schools by establishing close relationships with school administrators, overseeing neighborhood purpose grants, and from 501c3 organizations.
Okay, my suggestion to that is we'll keep the council abreast. I don't know necessarily of health and safety.
the health and safety of the schools.
Okay, so
But this is strictly education.
you can't get any health and safety unless any information about the schools, any health or safety unless you call the police department.
You know, you could probably just make it, keeping the council abreast of education issues.
Okay.
And you can put and establish relationships with schools, but I think administrators is a little much. And you also need to add, I think, with relationship with schools and learning organizations, and that will include the library and other organizations that come to us other than just
Education.
schools. So that needs to be reworded.
Okay. I wish you could have sent me something.
I'm sorry, I
Okay.
just couldn't.
Okay, keep the council abreast of education issues.
You know, that's a thought
Yeah.
right there. That's a really good thought. I like that thought.
Yeah, I think that should be good.
Okay.
Issues, and then what after issues, period, establishing close relationship with the
Just education issues, period.
period, okay. Well, what about the neighborhood purpose grant?
Well,
I think every committee, because beautification will get 501c3 applications too, so we kind of need to leave that open.
Okay, all in favor of,
Okay, we have an amendment from Sally, made by Sally, seconded by
Me.
Brad,
Brett?
to change the language. So we can take that one by application.
Yeah.
If you want.
Can you restate it again?
The committee shall have no less than 3 members. It shall keep the council abreast of education issues, period. There you go. That's even better.
Right, we need to put all our committee descriptions in it.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Amendment.
Aye.
Of the amendment, motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, seeing none, moving on to public.
Amendment carries. so now
Amendment
the
carries.
main-
The main.
yeah.
What?
You voted on the amendment to the language. So now motion.
Okay, now the motion, which is, the committee shall have no less than 3 board members, and it shall keep the council abreast of educational issues. 3 members, I've already said that.
3 members.
3 members, no board.
No, not no board.
I'm telling him I didn't have any. Stop it.
Sorry.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness Committee. This committee shall have no less than 3 members. The function of this committee is to assist in providing information to the Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council community by working closely with the police, fire, and other city departments to ensure public safety and assist in establishing training for stakeholders in emergency preparedness, assisting and advocating for the Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council on safety-related issues that may affect our community area. Yeah, please.
I would move that we change it to the following.
Okay,
The committee shall have no less than 3 members,
okay.
assisting and advocating for all safety-related issues.
Nice.
Second.
About it.
Yeah. Did you have the language? David needs the language.
Could you please repeat?
Okay, ready?
Yes.
The committee shall have no less than 3 members, assisting and advocating all safety-related issues. Period.
I think it's good to comment anyway. Someone's gonna get an award for the shortest description.
safety-related issues, period. Shouldn't it say Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council?
Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council here. I want it all of Los Angeles. I want it to be able to speak to any issue in the nation. I want, you know.
General is perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
If some follow-on chair of public safety, not Ross, decides he wants to set up his own militia, we'll shut him down. Not knowing you people, it would be dangerous.
You're right.
Okay,
All right. So I think we've worked through those.
okay, well, we gotta vote on this, so we have to
Right,
vote on
the amendment.
Okay, the amendment is, the committee shall have no less than 3 members. The function of the committee is to assist and advocate all safety-related issues.
You would need to put the functions. So down there, you just need to say, the committee shall have no less than 3 members assisting and advocating all safety-related issues.
Assisting and advocating all safety-related issues. Okay, got that?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
On the amendment?
On the amendment,
Aye. Aye.
everybody, aye?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Any opposed? Any
Abstentions?
That's unanimous.
Okay.
That's the main motion.
Okay, the main motion. The committee shall have no less than 3 members, comma. Could you read that back, because I don't have it here?
Assisting and advocating on all safety-related
Issues.
Read that right.
Fantastic. I give the job to you.
No, we pay you.
Yeah.
Hey, all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Abstentions? Okay,
Unanimous.
unanimous. Okay, that takes care of that.
Thank you, Eric.
Now we go down to the training. This is strictly the language that was taken from Dunn. Motion to amend page 15, training. The language added, training, ethics and funding training is required of all board members. The ethics training certificate does expire every 2 years, and so it must be renewed accordingly. Board members that have not taken the ethics or funding are ineligible to vote on any funding expenditures. These trainings can be done online or at the website. If the board member prefers training in person or live, department staff and deputy attorneys check online for updates, mostly in monthly locations and time. This motion did not come out of committee, but I had to add it because it's not mentioned under training in our bylaws. It just has training and there's nothing. And this language is straight from Dunn's own website,
Well, I'll wait and see if there's a second.
Second.
Okay, I have a question.
yes.
So, I mean, the wording of this language sounds like something off of Dunn's website. Is this language that we are required, that we must put into our bylaws, or is it simply a Dunn regulation that we need to?
Well, either that or we gotta remove training, but it is required to be in our bylaws. And they will put it in, if we don't, they will.
I'd be fine with them doing it. I mean, they're gonna,
No, it's not in our bylaws. We have a section, it says training, but we never put it in because when we first made our bylaws, these trainings were not mandatory. They are now.
Dunn didn't even exist when we.
Done didn't even exist. Yeah.
Right. So Dunn dictates that the trainings must.
A lot of the things that we do now, you can't be on this board if you get it without the training.
So why do we have to
So
include it in
it
our
should
Because
bylaws?
it's
say-
listed. Because when you join, you're supposed to get a copy of the bylaws and know the rules.
No, you're supposed to take the training.
No, you're supposed to know the rules for being on the council, and it should be in our bylaws.
I just don't see the reason why.
Well, I think it's
I think you should
beneficial.
just say
No.
that
What if we
ethics training is required by all board members.
Period, strike everything else.
No, well, okay, if you guys want to do that, but I think it should be in there. It's pretty cut and dry. It's the same language that is online. And I think we should just,
They'll find it when they go to.
that's it, that's where it's at. That's where it's at, right there.
We have public comment.
Yes, Guzman?
I'm going to make a suggestion, and hopefully it will suffice with another group that I did a bylaws revision with, actually both of them. Pretty much this boiled down to the fact that Dunn changes the requirements, and even this, if it came from Dunn, we still don't have the code of conduct in here, which is yet another requirement of board members. So I would suggest, as the other groups have done, is just that all board members shall comply with all training requirements set forth by the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment within the time frames notified. Because there's like 45 days that you have to do it, or you don't get to vote anymore, or stuff like that. So maybe even super simple, because it will cover any changes that they make in the meantime.
So Mr. Kuzma makes a good point on that, and I think it boils down to us saying in bylaws that we will comply with Dunn regulations. And then that
Covers
really
everything.
is redundant, because those regulations are incumbent upon us. So it takes me back to, do we need to add anything?
And Eric, your question on this was, we actually have a heading that says training.
Yes. It's in,
You just amended it.
where?
And then
It's
start-
Article 14 or 13.
The bylaws right there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it says, under training,
Article 14.
the last
Section
page.
2.
I know, training, section 2, article, what's that?
14.
Page 15, section 2, training. We have nothing there right now. It just says training.
I think what would be appropriate to have there is if
And
any
it's
as
been
a
there.
neighborhood council had additional training requirements that we wanted to add, intentionally left blank.
It was intentionally incorrect because at the time, there was nothing required. That's why it was left blank. We knew it was coming, but we never got around to fixing it.
How about just, under training, just say, GHSNC will follow all City of Los Angeles regulations regarding neighborhood councils.
And then requirements.
Well, say that, yeah, as part of the City of Los Angeles, yeah.
Tell me, what's the reluctance in following this language?
Well, because, I mean, it doesn't include everything that we have to do. It has some things we have to do.
Well, it's the only two things that we actually have to do are listed right here. The only two things we're supposed to do is the ethics and funding. That's it. That's the only thing I mentioned. If something else comes along,
Code of
at that
conduct.
time, we will add.
But that, again,
Well,
that's
that
as
would
of today.
include the Brown Act and everything.
But that's always gonna be the fact. I mean, as of today is one thing, but a year from now, oh, and an example is the next one, elections. I didn't put a lot in there because the elections are going to change our bylaws automatically, and we won't actually need to do anything with that, but I put it in here just so people will understand that it is coming.
How about this? GHSNC members will comply with all City of Los Angeles training requirements.
Okay.
That are the incumbent on neighborhood councils.
Well,
Otherwise, we're gonna have to go to whatever training
our employees actually know, but fine. All City of Los Angeles, training requirements,
I wanna learn how to drive a trash truck.
on neighborhood councils.
Actually, you need me to drive a trash truck right now, because they're on strike.
Okay. GHSNC members will comply with all City of Los Angeles training requirements incumbent on neighborhood council members. Essentially, we're the Department of Redundancy Department. You like that one? I've entertained a high school student.
And, okay, and I would also suggest that we do, include the,
I don't think we can put in the rules. We're saying we're gonna do what the city told us.
yeah, but all I'm saying is we should include the website.
No, because that could change too.
So if it changes, it'll change, but the website will never change.
They just changed the address to the website last year.
This here, empowerla.org,
They changed, the link last year, I had a link, broken, and then I had to change it because they
Yeah,
changed.
done.lacity.org or something before.
So, I mean, Eric, I understand your point, but let's keep it as simple as we can.
You just-
We'll do what, GHSNC members will comply with all City of Los Angeles training requirements incumbent on neighborhood council members.
okay,
Amendment
Okay.
by Brad, seconded by,
Me,
okay, Krista.
Vote?
A public comment. It's an amendment.
yeah, what,
It's an amendment, and I do have to say this, you know, the first part of it's good, covers it, nice and simple. But I do believe that you should have a time period for a newly seated board member to complete the trainings in here as well.
Yeah,
but he
that's
just said
essentially
it
a
will
training
comply
requirement. for the
with
city anyway.
everything. He just said
I'm
that.
just, it would be,
Yes, done does.
Done does.
Move on.
it might be redundant, but it could be also appropriate to have it here so that somebody looking at it would know that they have a time period to do it.
We'll tell them.
Okay,
Do we vote on the amendment?
let's vote on the amendment. All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion, amendment carries. Okay, let's vote on the amendment, the new motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? None.
Yes.
Okay, then, let's skip C, because this is coming, and this is by done, and they're gonna do this no matter what. But let's go down to D.
Eric, actually, under C, I think I emailed you something on this. We've got, there's, one of the corrections you wanted to make is that we still have it listed as 5 sites.
Yeah, I changed,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we wanted, there's 2 places in the bylaws where that's mentioned, so
Okay.
I want to change both so that we're in sync
same
with,
compliance, yeah.
so we might want to consider taking up C so we just get that correction made.
Okay, the language notification related notion shall be posted on the neighborhood council website at one public site as well as Dunn's early notification system at,
Oh, you do have it listed there.
yeah,
Same changes
neighborhood
necessary.
councils, yeah.
Right.
So the same changes is necessary for page 11, section 3 pertaining to posting of regular meetings. So that's the language for C. All in favor? Is there any discussion?
Who second?
Also,
Okay. Okay. Any discussion? No discussion, board? No discussion? Okay, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? None? Okay, motion carries unanimously. Neighborhood Mountain, this is the administration,
This thing.
this Empower LA, this form here. They're asking us, yeah, they're asking us for our opinion on things. We can fill this out and get it back, or they'll do it for us. So we have a choice.
This is due by June 1st, 2015.
Yep,
So can we?
we can carry it over to
Can
the
we
next
refer it to
meeting.
committee?
Yeah.
Or,
It's gonna take a while.
yeah, because I mean, there's a lot to do in here.
Well, would this be the now defunct executive committee or
No,
what?
this would be bylaws,
Well, okay.
I guess. I mean, unless we want to form an elections committee.
Which would be a good idea.
Actually, since the very first sentence is bylaws and election procedures, that we have an existing bylaws committee, I would suggest we,
Okay, refer this to bylaws.
yeah.
Okay.
I think if just under timing, we wouldn't be able to form an election committee, staff it, assign it to it before the due date.
Yeah, I wish I had got this earlier. I think I got this about 3 weeks ago. And, so,
Eric, everybody's slugging along, and we appreciate it. I'm sorry.
I have a question. I apologize to go back to that last one, but I'm really worried about it. If somebody's ineligible and they don't know it and they vote, would that end up invalidating our census? Could it end up?
yes, it could.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's,
We
we know, I mean, I think we'd be really careful about what we do on that, in our own bylaws, or we may be accidentally, not being allowed.
Yeah, I mentioned that before, but everybody wanted to make it quick and easy and not
Well,
tie yourself
the
down.
reality is anyone here not gonna take their training?
Well,
Is anyone here not gonna take their
And
training?
usually we
it
do
took
get
us-
notified
it
if
took us a
somebody
few months
has
to
not
get it all
passed.
done.
I understand,
What,
but
what if Jerry's in Australia for, 3 months, I mean, it's,
he
You
can,
do it
he can,
online.
you show up, I mean, what, or people.
he can do it online, or he can request a waiver. I mean, there is a waiver policy if you're on active duty or any one of a million other
I
things.
think my dad, if he couldn't get it online, got an extension.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
he went, and they gave him like a 4-month extension to take the.
it's a really valid point. I'll say, I'm not afraid of anybody who's on the board right now messing up. And as long as we keep passing the word along to members, I think we're fine.
And Dunn sends you a reminder
Yeah.
if you, they know when
Yeah.
it's our turn to,
Right, but if it, let's say it expires, we have a board meeting 2 nights later, you're saying that the people can't vote, what if they vote by accident? Could
Then
it
we'll-
invalidate?
well, the thing about it
We'll
is,
cross that bridge.
the expiration is right after the election. So that means everybody has to take those training, measures, classes before the first month. Most people have already got theirs done.
I have a question for
Yeah.
Ronnie. This is a
on
requirement
budget
for
day,
Dunn,
they're gonna
can they-
offer, when we go to budget day, they're actually gonna offer us that opportunity. They're even gonna tell us, oh, because you came to budget day, because you go through that process, you automatically are certified.
Okay,
And they put you down as having your ethics training.
thank you.
Just not the budget.
Bonnie,
You go to budget day.
guys, would mind, I have the floor. My question is, would any change we can make to the bylaws remedy this? I don't think the answer is yes. And if it isn't, we don't need to discuss it.
Sure.
Okay. So I believe we've worked through quite a few.
Do we vote on referring that to committee?
All those in favor of voting to refer to deed or bylaws? Eric?
Bylaws.
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
to ask for the vote?
Referral, this to bylaws committee, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay, move. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, that was a lot of work.
Oh, Bob, one last thing,
Excuse
that
me?
ordinance that we voted on at last, month's meeting, about the grievance process, we don't have to worry about doing council file on that because the city council voted to approve it, and it will take effect May 4th.
Yay.
And what they did is they formed grievance panels, regional grievance panels. Oh, and Brad, you'll have to appoint a member of the board to sit on, that grievance panel, one from each board, neighborhood council board, will sit on that
Okay,
grievance.
I'll agendize it for next month.
Yeah, okay.
This would be for council public comment.
It's just a final couple, we went through each one of these and voted on each one, but I did have some general comments to make about the whole agenda item as a whole.
But it's
Ex-
closed.
Well, you just did reports.
Again, I mentioned before, there should be some kind of reports at committees. There should be a training requirement for sensitive committees where the stakeholder might have those issues. I believe that we should probably amend this to include the removal of the membership committee. I know it was done at a board meeting previously, but since this is what's being sent in, I think that should be included in here, that the membership committee was previously, or the removal of the membership committee from the bylaws was previously approved by the boards. And then my last comment is, fortunately for me, I kind of like stay up on everything that's going in here, but one of the things that I feel is very important, if you're going to revise your bylaws, that everybody have a copy of the red line version of the bylaws, meaning anything that you're going to change, you go through and you strike out what you have, and then you enter what your proposal is. And the reason for that is it will help everybody, I believe, to understand what we had before and what we're changing it to in one big thing. So in that case, because we already knew we struck the membership, we would have had a red line version tonight with the membership committee part already struck out because it was already voted on long ago. And then you're sending in a revised set of bylaws with all these changes that you made tonight. So just for future reference.
Thank you for your input, sir. Number 5, Ross, do you have anything?
Yes. So we have, as a grad, we have paid for the CERT basic kits to be given away at our CERT training. Last day of the training, will be April 14th, Tuesday, and we'll be giving those out at that time. So I would ask for a couple of volunteers to help me pick them up with SOS products when they're done. They should be done either this week or next week by Friday. We pick them up and then distribute them Tuesday, 14th. So maybe one volunteer to pick up with me, another volunteer to distribute.
I'll distribute with you.
Yeah, you're there, right?
I'm there anyway.
Okay. So Brad, you
Sure.
have our SOS products. and
No problem.
we're
I'll
gonna
remember where it was.
distribution.
Just give me a call when you want to meet. Okay, Bonnie, anything for beautification?
No.
Okay. Brandon is not here, so I will say there's nothing for budget. Okay, board member comments, announcements, and agenda items for the next general meeting and committee meetings. And I've got the 2 new budget advocates, and I've got the MPG rep for grievances. So I'll start with
For the June meeting, I heard that there's preparation on that day.
the 11th. We'll be meeting on the 11th of June, in case
And
that's.
preparation on the 4th.
Well, congratulations.
Second thing,
Can you wear a t-shirt that says
thank you for Lucy guys.
Sounds fun.
Also, so I got a move to Berkeley, so I'm.
Oh, right.
Energy engineering.
Cal.
Wow.
Cal. There's only one Cal.
I know. So yeah, that's.
Proud of you.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
That, you are a very select group.
So we're gonna have to find a replacement for you come fall?
Can I set someone up as constant?
No.
No.
We will.
But you can ask them to come in and, you know.
We'll, you know what, we'll put it up on the,
Yeah.
if and when we ever actually get Mike moved over, I'll put it up on, I'll have it put up on the website along with the open at large.
Yeah.
But thanks for letting us know about that. And again, seriously, that is amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
And it's the the only, it's the only university in the world, or at least in the nation, that has energy engineering as a major.
All right.
Good job.
We can use some energy.
Yeah. All right, Ross?
No, I've got nothing other than tiredness.
Okay. Anthony?
For me, nothing.
Eric?
Nothing, I'm gonna get out of here too.
Sally?
My dad says a lot of people have written condolences on my mom passing away, so I want to thank you for that. And, yesterday would have been their 70th wedding anniversary, so he's having a tough time with that. But he said he will definitely be here next month. And, he's also celebrating his 95th birthday next month.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, so forget sandwiches, we'll bring
I'll
cake.
bring,
Yeah.
bring a
Yeah.
cake. Or you want me to bring a cake or something, we'll bring a cake.
You know, I'll figure something out.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Fine?
After that,
All right.
just a reminder that budget town hall meeting was canceled and budget day will take place in June, so keep everybody up to date on what's going on. I know there's supposed to be the neighborhood congress, city hall, event coming up too.
Thank you, Kristen.
Reminder.
Mike, our once in future,
Next month, I wanna be voted in before we lose quorum.
well,
Thank you everyone for voting for the
Brad?
ad hoc
Sure.
veterans.
Mike, was there anything else or no? Okay. Sorry.
One other thing, I would like for us to change the place where we print. One of the reasons why is from time to time, we get bees. And the people at
So you wanna switch to FedEx?
to FedEx, because
Okay.
they can do reductions down to stuff like this. That's what this is reduced. And when I went over to, what's the place? UPS, I asked them and they said, oh no, you'd have to take that someplace else and then bring it back. And I said, why would I bring it back?
You know what, I'll run with that. I'll try and get it done the next couple weekends, okay?
Okay.
And I do want to thank everybody for coming after I badgered everybody today to get out here. Thank you. We made it happen.
Yeah, thank you for Badger.
Can I make a comment about the UPS store? Just quick, just for
Yeah.
because I was gonna say, so I don't know. 99.9% of the stuff we make is
It
this
is.
side. The UPS store is very convenient, I've been with them for a long time. You can email them stuff, they're very reliable,
And
and we get it
you
out.
know what, I think I can set up an account at each, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And there's nothing to stop us going to the FedEx store, just generally, but I do want to promote the UPS store for general stuff. 'cause
Let's
it's
take
so
this to the
easy.
executive,
we
not a
can
committee.
Yeah, we can do, this is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all great stuff, but it's,
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to make sure that the planning and land use, we get all kinds of
very
crazy
good. I
sizes.
saw the email traffic,
Yeah.
okay. All right, on that note, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Excellent.
We are adjourned.
All right.